this is the lab that we are going to use for the future as well. Okay, as we go, we will we will talk about VLANs in the layer 2, what these VLANs mean, what are the purpose of VLAN, and how does it relates to the topic like unicast, multicast, and broadcast that we just discussed. How are we going to configure a switch? I have also added the Fortinet over here because we will be extensively working on the Fortinet lab as well as part of this course. And I have also used Cisco routers over here. So in the future, we will be configuring some sort of OSPF and BGP routing between them, right? This FortiGate head ends. So we will also do small lab related to SD-WAN. So I know that we just started our course with this TCP IP suite, where we are going to the IP addresses and all. But as we move forward, all of these things will make sense for you. So the very foundation block for you is we learned about the network, right? Now you exactly know what is the demarcation point. So now let me ask you a quick question. If this FortiGate has an IP address of 192.168.1.0 configured, and these are your host, what would be the, let's say this is /24, okay? What would be the network range that this server might be getting? And answer that.
So we okay.
So Gauri, what I just
The, okay. So
asked the question is, so
yeah.
let's say we have configured 192.168.1.0/24 network in this FortiGate, okay?
Mhm, mhm.
Basically, this is your device or your
Mhm.
gateway,
Okay.
and you are handing out something called DHCP to them, okay?
Mhm,
Now,
mhm.
based on this, what is the network that these devices would be receiving?
Okay, the subnets, right?
Yeah.
So for three devices, we need um the last two bits will be
No, no,
like
no, no, Gauri, sorry, sorry. What I'm asking, what would be the network for them? I just asked the network, not the host.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So you are getting, I'm receiving /24, right?
Mhm,
So which
mhm.
means this network is never going to get changed, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because this is network dot host, isn't it?
correct,
So 192.168.1 dot, oh, sorry, 192.168.1 is never going to change, isn't it?
correct.
Only the last part is going to change.
Yes.
Yeah. So as we grow our lab, we are going to make it bit complex in
Mhm,
the sense we are going to use some specific subnet mask and real time subnet mask. So when I say the real time subnet mask, in the real scenario, what is the best network address that we can use between these two links?
mhm.
How can you calculate the requirement for your LAN? So all those things, what we are building a block now, it will start to make sense in the future as we do this lab. Okay, so this lab will basically covers the firewall stuff for you. We will be extensively working on the firewall, how we are blocking the application, how we are doing the inspection, all those things will come here. And this lab will also consist of the Cisco routers. Basically, we will be doing the routing here. As you can see, I have written something called layer 2 switching here, and I have bundled these ports together. So we'll be learning a concept called something called port channel in the future. So how can we do the port channel, and what is the industry standard? Because I'm using the Cisco switch here, and you are using a FortiGate here, right? So is there a way that this FortiGate and this Cisco switch, okay, this Cisco switch, when you connect this with the multiple wires like this and you bundle them together, how does it work? Because you are using a Cisco gear here. you're using a FortiGate here. So if you bundle this, what is the industry standard protocol so that we can bundle these wires together and make it look like a logically one, even though you are connecting a four physical cable here together, they can act as a one. How can you do that, right?
LSP, right?
Yes, port channeling LSCP. So those concepts I have like clubbed them together here with the multi-vendor environment so that when you go to this lab, you will have some sort of confidence about working in the real network topology. And this FortiGate headends, even though this is behind this switch, they all act as a SD-WAN gateways. So we will see how this SD-WAN work in this lab. We will see how this routing work between these routers and the FortiGate. So routing can be enabled on the FortiGate side, this side, even this switch as 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 we have been discussing that this is a switch works on the layer 2, right? But we will also discuss the concept that there are layer 3 switch which can do some sort of routing, which has a capability to do the routing and switching. So we will also do the routing between this router, between this layer 3 switch and FortiGate. So even though this FortiGate is behind these two switch, how can this FortiGate router talk to this FortiGate? Everything this will start to make sense. As we start with this IP building blocks for now, we will start configuring these IP addresses. Then you will have a concept about the broadcast. How will this broadcast network route between these different hop, right? How does TTL come into the picture that we discussed today? Let's say an application is initiated from here, any traffic is initiated from here. By the time this traffic or application data reaches here, what happens to TTL? And what we can also do between these two streets, we can also create a loop in the lab and see what happens with that loop. Okay, everything this will be covered like when we start this lab, and very end of the lab we will have something called mega lab again. Okay, this mega lab, I will leave this to you guys and do the configuration from scratch. So all I'm going to do is I am going to give you the requirements only. So based on that, you build your own lab. Okay, I will walk you through about like how to set up this router, how to connect this, each and everything I will cover it up. But in the mega lab section, I will only give you the requirement. And based on that requirement, you try to design and build your own lab. You can use your own IP address configuration, but again, I will give you requirement that how many network, how many hosts is required. So this mega lab will help you achieve both routing switching and firewall concept, and everything will be involved in this mega lab. So this is just a basic lab that we are going to use as part of this course. And again, this is not just only one lab that I'm going to use. So I might only use two switches for doing the lab between for the layer 2 network only, or maybe only this portion for layer 2, and as we grow, we are going to connect each and everything, and we build something like this. Okay. Any question here? Are we clear about this?
Yes, Ron.
Okay, so tomorrow we will still continue about this IP addressing stuff. So we still have a few more things to cover over there, and then I think we can finish layer 2 as well tomorrow, and after that we will start our first lab. So for the first lab, like I just mentioned, we may need to go the on-site class as well.